Hello guys, welcome to today's live stream. So our flight is today from New Delhi to Dubai International Airport. I have set up everything, almost everything. Now we are going to start. First, let me show you my flight plan. So this is my flight plan for today's flight, Indira Gandhi International Airport to Dubai International. And these are my some fuel calculations here. This is my block fuel, 11.5 tons. And this is the route which we are following today. We will take off from runway 29, and this is our departure Suram through Suram 5C, and we will be landing in Dubai at runway 30 left, 30 left. And after that, these are our today's flight weights. Pax 180 and payload is 18.7 tons. Zero fuel weight 62.5. Fuel takeoff weight, and let's start, guys. So it is 6:30 in the morning, and you can see it is pretty dark because there are winter in India. You you can't see anything clearly outside. So guys, first thing first, let's power on the aircraft. Batteries on. It is completely dark. I think I chose the wrong time. Let me change the time a little bit so that we can see what is where. I think this one is fine. And dome lights, because it is completely dark. Let me put the time back to 6:30. Okay, we got batteries power and dome light. Now we have to ask for ground power.
Delhi ground AIC 5612, could you please send a ground power unit? AIC 5612, a ground power unit is on the road.
Now we got ground power. Let's turn on this. Testing all the lights in the overhead panel. All the lights are working. All the lights are illuminated. Let's turn it on and start our procedures. Now let's start with the initial checks. Wipers both off. Landing gear down. Thrust levers idle. Engine master switches both off. Engine mode selector normal. Spoilers disarmed. Flaps retracted. Parking brakes set. Now let's set up the lights now. Overhead panel integrated lights. PFD and ND lights. Rails and Tech, hello, how are you? I think this much is fine because that would be very bright. So all set, lights are on, and let's start our panel scans. We will start with overhead panel. This is our overhead panel scan, and first we will turn on the oxygen supply for crew. ADIRS 1, 2 and 3. Navigation and logo lights. Seat belt sign. No smoking sign. Emergency signs on. We don't need anti-ice.
Delhi ground AIC 5612, could you please send the baggage? AIC 5612, baggage is on the way.
We got the baggage now, and let's connect the jet
Delhi
base.
ground AIC 5612, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft? AIC 5612, the jetway is going to be connected. Delhi ground AIC 5612, could you please send the catering truck? AIC 5612, the catering truck is on the road. Delhi ground AIC 5612, could you please send a fuel truck? AIC 5612, a fuel truck is on the road.
So here on the doors page, our front door is open, cargo door is open, and the catering door is open, which is cabin. Now here we don't need anti-ice, cabin pressure, all are good. Air conditioning, X bleed is on auto, fine. Let's set the temperature for the cockpit, forward cabin, after cabin. All the fuel pumps. Let's check the engines for the, and let's do the power test for the engines. Engine 2, engine APU. That's fine. I do not know why it opens up. Here wipers are off, we do not need, and all looks good. Center pedestal we have to check here. Anti-skid and nose wheel steering, it is on. Chronometers, this is on GPS. And the last thing is brake pressure gauge, sorry.
Delhi ground AIC
That's fine.
5612, I am done with the baggage service.
Let's go to pedestal now. Radio 1 and 2 both are on. Let me change the view.
Delhi ground AIC 5612, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Weather radar is off.
Delhi ground AIC 5612, could you please send the baggage? AIC 5612, baggage is on the way.
All good. Engine page, oil quantity is fine. Hydraulics, this page doesn't work, so we can't see anything on the lorry cam for the hydraulics.
Delhi ground AIC 5612, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Speed brakes are
AIC 5612, the jetway is going to be connected.
speed brakes disarmed, or you can say spoilers. Flap lever completely up, 0. Rudder trim 0. TCAS standby, standby. So our panel scanning is done,
Delhi
guys.
ground AIC 5612, could you please disconnect the jetway from
Set
the
up our
aircraft?
flight plan.
Delhi ground AIC 5612, I am done with the baggage service.
So let's see what we have here. These are the just general information about Airbus A320. Source segment, okay. Sim brief. These are different sources for different services. So we are just checking for it is what is our source. It is FFA, FAA, VIDSIM, Avio, for Meta. These are different sources. Whatever you want to like, you can select here. If you are flying on VIDSIM, then you must use VIDSIM. So guys, here we are setting up our flight plan now. So initial data required, I will click this and it will get all the data from my sim brief account. You can see here our flight number is UK223, which is for Vistara. Departure is New Delhi VIDP and destination is OMDB. And after that, we will see what is the weather for the different airports. So for our New Delhi airport, VIDP, we will put it here and we will send. It will put it in the queue, and after some time we will get our weather information. After that, ATIS, weighted balances. So OFP request. So you can see here our fuel is 9460 fuel on board, but we need to reload this fuel. Now it is now 11 tons as I showed you in the beginning in the flight plan. So we have fuel, taxi, trip fuel, all is good. I'm just looking for the packs. Where are packs? Estimated time of ETE, it is 41 past 3. Let's see if we get the message for the New Delhi. Yes, there is a new message for VIDP. They're saying it is 260 knots. Sorry, at 4 knots at 260 degrees. QNH is 1015. So we need this QNH value, and this is the current weather conditions, wind and all. On the init page, we will initiate request, note in the database. Now we are departing from VIDP to MDB. Flight number is this, cost index is 60. Everything is coming from sim brief, guys. I show you here. So cost index is 60. You can see here. Flight number is UK 223 from and to VIDP DEL to OMDB. So this is a feature which is very interesting. Now you don't need to rely on anything. Everything you can do from the MACD. And our cruising altitude is flight level 390, which is 39,000 feet. Let's check our flight plan as well.
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223, could you please send the baggage?
Flight plan.
AIC uniform Kilo 223 baggage is on the way.
OMDB and then
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223, I am done with the baggage service.
I'm just checking through the flight plan if everything is fine. So this is our departure. This is our SID. It is same as I just show you. This is our route. You can see here. Let me show you from the beginning. So SURM Suram G33, it is here. Then Miran, then RK, Lubna, SK, Ideba, Birex, PG, Solov. So this is the same exact flight plan which you can see on the sim brief, and our flight plan is successfully loaded. So we can go to the next step, which is setting up of FCU.
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223, could you please send the catering truck? AIC uniform Kilo 223, the catering truck is on the road.
So here, barrel reference, let's change it, 1015, both sides, flight director on, constraints on, range arc 20 miles arc, I am also using Navigraph. I show you something here in the Navigraph. So this is my complete route in the Navigraph, and we will track our flight in this as well. And this is our chart for our airport. So this pink marker, this is our aeroplane which is parked on apron 35, and we will take off from runway 29, which is this one, this direction. We will take off like this, 29. So our taxi path is something like this one, directly in, hold short and take off. And this is our SID. So there are some conditions here. After takeoff, we just climb up to, you can say 4,000 or just below the 4,000. By this point we should be above 1700 feet, and by Maxet we should below 4,000 feet. So this is the main restriction. So we will set up this constraint value in the initial climb. So this is our initial climb, and I will just put it like 39, 100 feet. So our FCU is set up. Now we can start procedure for our engine start. To do that, we have to start our APUs. So all our fuel pumps are on. I'm turning on master switch.
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223, could you please send the baggage? AIC uniform Kilo 223 baggage is on the way.
So APU is located here. Now N value is picking up and exhaust gas temperature is also picking up. It takes some time to open. Flaps are also open. Actually, when you press master button, then you have to wait for opening of the flaps. When flaps are open, then you must start the APU. APU is basically auxiliary power unit, because we can't run our airplane on batteries power for long. So that's why we connect to the external powers, so that we have continuous power to the aircraft and we don't rely on batteries power. Rails track, yes, it is PC game. Chandmuni Devi, hello, please play Android games. So whenever the APU would be running completely fully, when it is ready to supply power to the aircraft, then we will see here message APU available. At any moment we can see that message. Yeah, available. Now
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223,
we will press this button, APU bleed.
AIC uniform Kilo 223, the jetway is going to be connected.
This guy is going crazy. I do not know what is problem with the ATC of the Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is very stupid. Now our APU is connected. It is supplying power to the aircraft. We can disconnect our external power unit, which is this small truck here. You can see the wire here. It is supplying power to the aircraft right now. But before that, we will do our first checklist. Before start checklist, cockpit preparation completed both, gear pins and covers removed, signs are these: seat belt sign and no smoke. Signs on and auto. ADIRS battery, actually it is not implemented yet, so hopefully in the next update of fly-by-wire we will see the battery text here. It will show like on which power we are running. Fuel quantity check and balanced. Takeoff data set. Barrow reference both set. Sorry, I'm showing you the top. Barrow reference both set. Now we will continue this checklist. Windows and doors, we will see this thing on. Doors page, all doors are closed, so we can confirm doors and windows closed. Beacon light is a light when you have to start the engine. You should turn that light on warn everyone, we are going to start engine. So this is beacon light, and if you go out, this is this light at the top and the bottom of the aircraft, this one. So now we are telling everyone, just take care, we are just going to start the engines. Mobile phones both off. Thrust levers, again let's check it. Idle. Parking brake set. So we are ready for pushback. Now we will request for the pushback.
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223 requesting pushback.
So it means up to now we have.
Uniform Kilo 223 pushback request accepted.
Now our request for pushback is accepted, and you can see that truck is here already. We have to release the parking brakes so that so they are saying steer to the left. I think it means the nose. I think request pushback steer to the left is fine. I'm not sure, so let's do one thing. We will just go straight, and after that we will stop here, somewhere here. Now we can start our engines. To start the engines, first we have to turn the mode selector button to ignition or start, and then I will start engine 2 first. Now you can see engine 2 has started spinning up. So taxiway, 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 where is taxiway? This is a taxiway, so we will stop somewhere here. You can hear the sound of the engines. So we can stop our pushback now.
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223 requesting the end of pushback. AIC uniform Kilo 223 request to end pushback received.
So this engine is stable. Now we can start engine 2. We'll see spinning this engine now. We have to apply parking brakes because pushback has been completed. When the engine would be stabilized, then we will.
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 223 with Charlie request taxi to the active straight out departure. AIC uniform Kilo 223 Delhi ground airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Outside temperature is 11 degrees. If it is below 10 degrees, then we need anti-ice, but it is fine for now. So both engines are stable.
Delhi clearance delivery AIC uniform Kilo 223 ready to copy IFR clearance to Dubai. AIC uniform Kilo 223 is cleared to Dubai airport is filed. Takeoff runway 29er climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.825 squawk 1402.
Our squawk code is 1402. Now let me enable this guy here. It will manage all the frequencies.
Uniform Kilo 22 tree cleared to Dubai Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 29er climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 118.825 squawk 1402. AIC Uniform Kilo 22 tree read back correct. Contact ground on 121.75. Delhi ground AIC Uniform Kilo 22 tree with Charlie ready to taxi IFR. AIC Uniform Kilo 22 tree taxi to and hold short of runway 29er via taxiway Tango Sierra 2 Yankee Zulu 2 Zulu Zulu 1. Contact tower on 124.375 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway.
So guys, we have to perform now our after start checklist. Anti-ice, as I told you, not required. ECAM status
Delhi ground AIC Uniform Kilo 22 tree.
normal.
Cancel IFR
Pitch trim set, rudder trim 0. That's fine.
AIC Uniform Kilo 22 tree IFR
Before
flight
taxi,
plan is canceled.
we have to check.
Taxi to runway and request
Pro window hood, we
VIDP
do not
departure
require
from
this
tower.
APU bleed. Now we can turn off these because our engines are started up and our aircraft is getting power from the engines now. Transponders frequency, we have already set it. Transponder auto, transponder. Now we have to turn these on. Auto brake max. Speed brake armed. Flaps 1. Anti-skid and nose wheel, it is on. We will check flight controls now. Fold down, neutral, up, fold down, left, neutral, right, neutral. Now we will check rudder. Left, neutral, right, neutral. So our APUs are off now. Now you can see lights are gone. Now we have to prepare for the taxi. Nose lights, taxi. You can see the light is illuminated in the front. Runway turn off lights. You can see lights here as well. Parking brakes off. Now we can start taxi. To taxi, I will use this navigraph thing so that we can see what is the position of our aeroplane. So whenever we will move, then it will show us moving map. I will show you just now. Oh. It is passive going. So I'm reversing. Sorry guys for this. I removed the parking brake and after that I was busy in showing the other thing. So let me apply the parking brakes again. So we are here. Now let's start taxi. Actually, before few updates, I'm not sure. Actually, sometimes ago, until you do not increase the throttle power, your airplane doesn't move. But I think 3 weeks ago, 2 3 weeks ago, I think, I do not know what they have changed. Now your airplane just starts moving without increasing the throttle power, and you can see the speed, how fast it is moving. Even I'm not giving it throttle power. 14, 15, without increasing throttle power. I'm not sure why. So these two are navigation lights, green on the right and red on the left. Beacon light, nose wheel light, runway turn off lights. These two, this straight one is taxi light. Now we are going to take off from runway 29. It is running very fast. '21. I usually like to taxi at 15, around 15, and I do not know what they have changed. It is just try to run, try to fly without any power. Tails and tech. Sorry guys, I'm right now I'm not able to see the chats, but I will do it as soon as we will start climb. I had to show you something. I show you now. You can see here we were here, and our aeroplane is this chart is showing live location of us. So we are, this is the whole shot. Actually it is a little bit further. Whole shot means you have to stop it, and you have to ask tower if you can take off. So but before doing that we have to do some procedures. We have to complete some procedures. Now the nose light, before takeoff checklist. Flight controls checked, flight instruments checked both, briefing confirmed, flap setting, Flap settings checked, confirmed. FMA takeoff data, it is done. Transponder set, ATC set, ECAM status. Then we have to just do one more thing. We have to secure the cabin. My mouse is stuck. I do not know why it is moving. Okay. Now we have to press the takeoff config. All good. Wind shear is still off. Wind shear. It is this one. Radar is on, and wind shear is auto. So you can see it is clear. Now we can take off. Before doing that, we have to check some lights. Nose lights to take off. Runway turn off light. Wing lights on. Strobe lights auto. Takeoff lights on. If I show you from outside, you can see here there are a lot of lights here, here, nose. Now the flashing light at the edges of the wings, that is also on. Where is strobe light? It is here. You can you see here this one. So guys, let's start. Let's perform our takeoff. Runway lights are most beautiful things in the, you can say, in the world. When you come to the runway, then you see beautiful lights. Now I turned off the ATC because that was annoying. Usually this is the whole shot. You have to stop aircraft here, and you have to take the permission from the tower if you can take off. No, we are not performing that thing. I'm just going directly to the runway to take off. Now we're ready for takeoff. Just let me confirm. Ready?
AIC uniform Kilo 223, you were not cleared to take off. Don't sink. Don't sink.
My
Don't
engines
sink.
are giving issue. I do
Don't
not know
sink.
why.
Don't sink.
I think I
Don't
have to
sink.
restart this
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
because my engines are not
Don't
supporting
sink.
me.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
And my
Don't sink.
throttles are also not working.
Don't sink.
I think
Don't
something
sink.
is not right.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Guys, let me restart it because it is not working. In this way, I can't complete my flight. And let me start. I do not know what is happening. Nils, it is a very simple step. If you are downloading it from Steam, then just go to Steam and start downloading. It will set up everything for you. And if you're buying it from Microsoft Flight Simulator store, then that is also very simple. You don't need to do anything. It will do everything for you. Now I will not explain anything, guys. I will just complete everything. Just quickly. So let me just turn on the dome lights. I will set the time back to 6:30. Hopefully this time it would be fine.
Delhi Ground AIC 5612, could you please send a ground power unit?
AIC 5612, a ground power unit is on the road.
What it is showing?
Delhi Ground AIC 5612, I am done with power. Delhi Ground AIC 5612, could you please send a ground power unit?
AIC 5612, a ground power unit is on the road.
Delhi Ground AIC 5612, could you please send the catering truck?
AIC 5612, the catering truck is on the road.
Delhi Ground AIC 5612, I am done with catering services.
There is something wrong, guys. Everything is there, but I do not know why it is not showing this page. Untitled. It is disappearing from here. Fuel and everything looks fine.
Delhi Ground AIC Uniform Kilo 223, could you please send the catering truck?
AIC Uniform Kilo 223, the catering truck is on the road.
I don't know what's happening. Zero fuel weight is 62.5 slash 29, and block fuel weight is right. All looks good now. Takeoff weight 61. No, this is wrong. 62 plus 11, 73. It should be 73. What it is doing? Go to everything from okay, let me change it manually. Let me try actually. $73.7. Ah, you can't change it. Okay, let's leave it like this. Hopefully it should work. 50 and 11, 61. Performance. Flaps 1. Flex to temperature. Let me just calculate it quickly. $61.4.
Delhi Ground AIC Uniform Kilo 223, could you please send the catering truck?
Temperature is
AIC
66.
Uniform Kilo 223, the catering truck is on the road.
Transition altitude 4000 in New Delhi. Now all looks good. Let's calculate our V1, V2 and V3. Sorry, V1, V2 and VR. So this is our takeoff speed. I'm just afraid if this page is not going away. So performance is done. We are going to Dubai. It doesn't have those frequencies, but we will enter these frequencies later when we would be cruising. So I will not concerned about these right now. Let's start APU now.
Delhi Ground AIC Uniform Kilo 223 requesting pushback.
AIC Uniform Kilo 223, pushback request accepted.
I do not know why it is pushing back by itself. This, what happened now? Sorry guys. Shh. That truck is pushing. My parking brakes are not released, so that's why it is not able to push completely. Just let me turn on the lights. पुनीत भाई कहाँ पे है वो जो रीपेंट आपने किया है? एरोसॉफ्ट फ्लाइट सिम लैब अभी इस पे कोई भी अवेलेबल नहीं है. A320 या A321 कोई भी नहीं अवेलेबल. ब्लीड ऑन. So we got power from the APU and now we can start our engines. Engine 2 stabilized. Starting engine 1.
Delhi ground AIC uniform Kilo 22 tree requesting the end of pushback. AIC uniform Kilo 22 tree request to end pushback received.
Flight controls. Left. Right. Up. Down. Rudder left. Right. Software pushback anti-ice as required. As I showed you earlier, the temperature is not that high. It is 11 degrees, so
Delhi
we do not
ground
need.
AIC uniform Kilo 22 tree ready to taxi straight out departure with Charlie. AIC uniform Kilo
Why
22
this guy is
tree
so
Delhi
crazy?
ground
Let me
airport.
just disable this. Mm, I do not know where is that. It should be in, not in graphics. I am not sure. Miscellaneous might be no. Accessibility. Should be in assistance. ATC voice. Go off.
Currently IFR. Request denied.
Still. I think it should be fine now. Engines are started up. Now APU should be off. Nare Nana just landed. This is hold short. Now we will stop here and we will do some final checks and preparations.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
I do not know, something is wrong with these throttles. That's why I can't take off. Sorry guys, something is messed up. I do not know what, because I'm flying it from long time. I got some 2-3 updates, but you can see nothing is working. It is doing its own stuff. I'm surprised why it is doing all this funny stuff. All looks good, but something is wrong. I do not know what. No. If any of you has any idea, I think I should go out from the runway and park it to the gate because it is not working. I'm not sure. I'm flying after I think 3-4 weeks, and now and in between I got some updates. I'm not sure if any of the update is doing this or is something is wrong with that. I think I found the issue. Let me just check where we are, and I will do one more try to take off. So we are here. From there I will again come back here, and then I will try to take off again. This time I think I can take off. Sun is about to come out. I'm hoping we will see if we can take off. Then if the problem is sorted out, then we will see some nice views of the morning on our flight, during our flight in the sky. So we have to go straight and just take a U-turn on the runway, and we will hopefully. So guys, on the right side, this is Terminal 3, International Airport New Delhi, Terminal 3. This is one of the best airport in the world. It was ranked by airport authorities, like I think it was the #1 airport in the world 2-3 times. Now it is taxiing on the right speed. Terminal 3 guys, we were now we are taxiing here, we are passing here, and we were parked here. And this is the chart for the SID. We will take off from there above 1700 feet. We will take slight left turn, then by maxet we should be below 4000 feet. Then we will take slight right turn, and we would be out of our star after that. "25 knots." Graphic settings I can show you quickly now. These are my graphic settings. 4K high end. I just picked high end, nothing else. 60 FPS. ATC. Guys, fingers crossed. Hopefully we will take off this time. I played around with my graphic settings and I found my graphic card and processor, these work with 4K high-end settings, not ultra settings. And I think this is one of the best setting, because if you just go one more step, those would be extreme settings for the sim. I'm pretty happy with these settings, and it is giving me around 30 FPS. So we are here. Let me just check one more time. So guys, we are here. Just next right and then take off. Sun is almost out. This is winter time in India, and that's why sun is coming out late. Yeah, even if you can have like on 4K, sorry, on 1080p, if you play with, like, I believe this is the best sim, because it doesn't matter you have low end PC or high end PC, you can even play. There is some settings for everyone. 1080p, you can imagine I'm using 2070. It is very old card now, 2 years old, you can say 1.5 year, and I can still 2 years almost, and I'm playing on this, and my processor is also 2 years old, more than 2 years. I can still play on 4K. So I am very happy with the performance of flight sim. Guys, we are at the end of the runway, beginning of the runway actually, not end, because we will take off from here, not the landing. Even on medium settings, it is still enjoyable. So we just have to confirm the cabin and take off configuration. That's it, and after that we will, all the lights are on. Now what? Now what? Shit. Actually, I have this issue because if I it's not retracted, because if I pause my sim and again come back, then it gives this kind of shit. Sorry guys, I'm using these words because I do not know my hardware or what was giving issue in the beginning. Config speed brake. Okay, so all good. We are back now. That's good. By this point, I think we should be halfway. Gear up. If I show you flight plan, then Suram. I think there are no speed restrictions here shown, but why it is saying I retracted the flaps. So there was a restriction of the, there was a constraint of the height restriction. If we can see, if I can show you, then let me show you. So guys, we are here. You can see we have takeoff from here, but I am not showing, I'm not sure what is not following, because it is saying direct to Suram. There was definitely some issue because it is not showing in between. Our set, it is saying direct to Suram. There are no waypoints in between our airport to this set. But let's hope for the best for the rest of the flight. And sun is just behind us, and you can see there is a little bit sun comes out, and you can see the light of sun on the plane. It looks so beautiful. And now I will go to open climb because there is no need to worry about now. And let me just speed brakes retracted, flaps 0, runway turn on flights off, taxi lights of I think it is following the restriction of the all looks good. But I do not understand why it is flying direct here. Why? Okay, I know why. I skipped that part, guys. Sorry for that. Because when we look into the route, then we have to enter sedan star manually. It doesn't import sedan star. So I skipped that part. That's why it is not following that. But after this, it will start following our route. So next flight, I will take care of this. Actually, it is long time I have not flown, so I missed some of the part. I had missed some of the parts. Overhead all looks good, and status page. Fuel on board 11 tons, which is more than enough. Our outside temperature, total air temperature is 20 degrees plus, 61.2 tons gross weight, and our aeroplane is consuming 460 kilos of fuel per hour, so which is very good amount. What it is doing? It is flying very low. Let's increase. Go to Dubai. So we have to change it to standard, and after passing, when we will pass 10,000 feet, then we will turn off these landing lights and other extra lights, exterior lights. Wow, it looks beautiful. I'm setting up our cruise altitude, which is 39,000 feet. So, and pushing the manage mode. Passing 10,000 feet, and beacon would be on, stove would be on, Viewing light, we can turn it off. हर शॉपी ट्रेन सिमुलेटर आज सुबह खेले थे भाई, दोपहर को। अभी नेक्स्ट वीक देखेंगे, अगर बीच में मुझे टाइम लगा तो बीच में भी खेल सकते हैं। If I show you the display here, there's only one message, seat belts. So I'm not sure what is the right time to turn off seat belt sign. Is it passing 10,000 feet, or it is when we reach our climb altitude? I'm not sure. And flight to Dubai from here is around 3 hours, 3.5 hours on an average. Air Vistara is joint venture of Tata and Singapore Airlines. It is written on the body. I didn't know before now. I just read it and then I came to know. Hello sir bhai. So guys, this is the condition of our flight so far. New Delhi, Dubai. Now let's get the charts for Dubai. So we would be landing in Dubai at runway 31 left. Sorry, 30 left, and chart for that should be ILS. So we have to intercept glide slope at 2000 feet. So I will pin this chart, and after that I will. Our star at Dubai is Puval. Puval 2D. 2D is here. So this is our arrival. We will arrive like this, and this is our final approach. So I will also pin this chart here, and at the last, taxi. We are passing now 31,000 feet, almost. So let's check some speed restrictions. We should be below 11,000 feet at Puval, and after that the another one is at Kupor. We should be above 8,000 feet, and then at DB 532 we should be below, no, it petted below 7,000, DB 532 below 7,000, and at DB 524 our speed should be 185. So I think we need to take care of these three restrictions. These are major one, and the fifth one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth one is for speed. Speed is also here, 230 knots, 210 knots, 210, and when we will be arriving in Dubai, then I will keep open this chart, and I will follow all the instructions that time. Localizer frequencies 1110 let's enter that in here. Out of range. Why it is saying that? Here we go. So right now we are climbing, so that's why our performance page is showing. And I think we don't need to do anything for now. We can see flight plan, or we can stay on performance page. There are different pages, different phases of the flight. After climb, we will have it is not moving further. Okay, next phase, cruise. So when we will be cruising, this page would be selected automatically on performance, and then descent, approach. When we will start descent, before that we will fill up this page as well for approach, and we are good to go then. So this is called flight mode annunciator. It has 5 sections, and each section has 3 lines, vertical lines, 1 2 3. You can see here 1 2 3. Each has its own purpose. It is for thrust, it is for vertical navigation, lateral navigation, and I'm not sure of what is this for, but I will check it out. And here everything is in managed mode. If you see the dot, then it shows it is in managed mode. Managed means the computer is flying our plane on the basis of the data available, data we put in our flight plan. So whatever restrictions or limits are there for our height, for our speed, it is following all the restrictions by itself. So we are at 39,000 feet, guys. I'm flying Vistara for the first time. Actually, I could not fly from long time. I think I'm doing today's flight after 1 month. And before that, I used to fly Airbus. Those were not complete flights. I just flew and stopped the flight. Can you see me here? This is me, and this is my first officer. Vistara looks so cool. I wanted to fly morning flight because if you fly in the morning, then you see beautiful views of sunset or sunrise. If you're flying in evening, but the thing is, if you're flying in the morning, then there is a day ahead, so you will not feel like you're just flying blindly in the air because you can't see anything around you. So I think morning flights are more good because you take off in the dark, and after that there is a whole day. Let me check one more thing. I think white is not rendering this scenery. I'm not sure. Just let me check if my photogeometry is on. Graphics, graphics, graphics. Where is that setting? Yeah, it is on, but it is off. That's why I think. Now I will have another issue. The flaps would be full and the speed brake would be applied completely. So I have to set that as soon as possible. You see here. All good. Now you can see it starts rendering the ground texture, but I think it might take time to do. Yeah, it is getting slowly. Here. It also affects my internet speed because now uh, I think you might experience lag because now Flight Simulator is consuming internet, and it might affect my upload speed of the live stream. Guys, one more thing I have to do because all the passengers are sitting on on their seat, so I have to turn off seatbelt sign. Now everyone can go around and they can stretch their legs. If we have a look on the Navigraph chart, we have something like this. Now we are following flight plan nicely. So this is the point when we will leave India, and this is Maroon waypoint. I'm getting scenery now. You see it has rendered this much, and this is the actual Bing data. I was wondering why it is not rendering the ground textures. Wind seems very strong, and you can see the movement of the plane. Let's see what is the wind condition. Oh, 100 knots at 255 degrees. This is our ground speed 358. It is 2 airspeed 456. Our next point is LUN. It is 41.76 nautical miles now, and this is the time at which we will cross this waypoint 2.16. So it will take 7 minutes, you can say. The current time is 209. But why it is 209? If we also had clouds, then it would be very nice. I wish I will fly one day like in very stormy weather, because when you fly in that kind of weather, then it is very dark on the ground, and when you pass through the clouds and when you are above the clouds, then everything changes. So This is sim brief flight plan, and this is our complete flight log. It tells everything about all the waypoints in between, and what would be our speed, what would be our time, what would be our altitude at that specific waypoint, and it also tells the distance. So this is a complete list of all the waypoints in between, and you can see here TOD, and there should be one more, TOC. Yeah, it is top of climb, when your climb supposed to end, and you start your cruise, and top of descent is where your cruise ends, and you start descending. We are almost about to hit this waypoint. It is around 9 nautical miles away, 9.9, 9.8, and after that we will start cruising towards our last waypoint in India. 2:16 is our time to reach here, and you can see 2:15 is already, and it will take almost 1 minute. Usually I checked, airplane takes 1 minute to travel 15 kilometers, like, so it means 15 kilometers per minute. And 15 kilometers is almost 1 mile. All looks good, and let's see what is our fuel quantity. It is 10 tons, 10.2 tons you can say, and consumption is 840 kilograms per hour. It was very bad before. It was consuming like 1500 kilograms per hour. So I was doing one flight, and the normal consumption is whatever you can see here, but in that flight it was consuming 1500 kilograms per hour. So my fuel was finished in mid-air. I was surprised why it is doing this, how it is possible. Then I came to know that was a bug, and the guys fixed the bug. Now this is the actual texture of the ground. today we are flying very high. I usually flown to flight level 360 or maximum 370. This is my first flight at this flight level, cruising altitude. First officer, you can see, and I'm just behind this pillar. only 6 nautical miles more, and after that we will fly over Pakistan. हाय कामरान। पहले पहले थम्स डाउन किया और उसके बाद पूछा कोई है। हाँ भाई, कैसे हो? कहाँ से हो भाई आप? हेलो कामरान भाई, आप कहाँ से हो? बहुत खतरनाक विंड आ गई एकदम से, देखो। Wind is very strong here, guys, and you can see what is happening with the plane. Very strong headwind, 104 nautical knots at 241 degrees. It is almost headwind. It is little slightly side wind, but you can see how it is pushing our plane. भाई एक बात बोलनी पड़ेगी, पाकिस्तान है बहुत सुंदर। मैं तो फर्स्ट टाइम फ्लाई कर रहा हूँ पाकिस्तान के ऊपर से, और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। जो लैंडस्केप देखो, कितने प्यारे लैंडस्केप है। मज़ा आ गया। मैं कब से देख रहा हूँ, इसलिए मैंने नेक्स्ट रिव्यू किया हुआ था। एक पीछे शहर आया था, मुझे नाम नहीं पता, मैं उसको देख रहा था। वो था रिवर के किनारे। तो रिवर के जैसे 3 साइड से आके मिल रहा था बीच में, और उसके 2 साइड में कोई शहर था बसा हुआ। बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था वो। मुझे लग रहा है कि सीट बेल्ट का साइन ऑन कर देना चाहिए। आई थिंक सीट बेल्ट साइन शुड बी ऑन गाइस, बिकॉज आवर प्लेन इट इज़ काइंड ऑफ टर्बुलेंस। ये आपने नाम बदल लिया क्या अपना? पहले कामरान आ रहा था, अभी पता नहीं प्रोनाउंस मेरा सही हुआ कि नहीं। रेन ब्लोच आ रहा है। भाई मैं भी एविएशन लवर हूँ, और सीख रहा हूँ अभी फ्लाइंग करना। और it is always very pleasant if you fly to the destination which you have already visited. So I went to Dubai 2-3 times. So flying to Dubai is same feeling when I visited Dubai. It is so beautiful, seriously. Landscapes are so beautiful. हाँ भाई, मैं भी एविएशन लवर हूँ। आपने मैसेज क्यों डिलीट कर दिए? क्या बढ़िया लैंडस्केप है, देखो यहाँ पे। एविएशन लवर हैं भाई, इसीलिए तो फ्लाइट सिमुलेटर खेल रहे हैं। घर बैठे बैठे दुनिया घूमो। तो मैं यूजुअली सिम्स ही खेलता हूँ, जितने भी खेलता हूँ, ट्रेन, फ्लाइट। Seat belt sign is on as there is a heavy turbulence, and you can see there is a little side wind of 107 nautical knots, actually nautical mile, 107 knots at 240 degrees. Very, very strong wind. Hi Shakti, how are you? Good to see you on Flight Simulator live stream. Are you sorted with all of the issues? I am fine, thank you very much. इसकी अभी स्पीड ground speed is 361 and true air speed is 463. Have you ever played flight simulator? You can ask any question. I just told you this is the ground speed 362 nautical miles, and this is true air speed 464 nautical miles per hour. सामने कुछ आ रहा है, सामने कहाँ पे? मैं तो लैंडस्केप देख के ना इतना मज़ा आ गया देख के, मतलब ज़बरदस्त लैंडस्केप है यहाँ की। शक्ति क्या आ रहा है सामने, कहाँ पे कह रहे हो? ये है हमारा रूट इंडिया से लेके दुबई का, और ये इतनी फ़्लाइट हो चुकी है और इतनी रहती है अभी। Right now we are flying over Pakistan, and after that we will enter from this waypoint. We will enter to Iran, and we will leave Iran at this point, and then we will fly over this sea for a while, and then we will enter into UAE, and this is the final approach, arrival and approach. India to Dubai. ये फ्लाइट सिमुलेटर की ग्राफिक्स ज़बरदस्त है, awesome graphics, and I'm playing on 4K, and you can you imagine how beautiful it looks like. I will post all the screenshots which I am taking on Discord, and on Facebook, on Instagram, on all 3 platforms, and you will see, because I think you can't see whatever I can see here because of live stream quality. It would be very blurry on your side. I'm playing on 4K, and this quality is awesome. I will put all the screenshots on social media, then you will be amazed. I am sure you will also surprised. You can see, guys, we are flying offset to the heading, but because of this strong headwind we are on the track. We are flying on this heading, and this headwind is pushing us towards this direction, which is our actual route. And now we are heading towards PG waypoint. It is 78 nautical miles from here, and we will reach there by 16 to 4, and at present the time is 29 to 4. In 13 minutes we would be at PG, and this is our ground speed, true air speed, wind direction, and wind strength. And these are our settings right now. We are flying managed mode, flying at flight level 390. Autopilot 1 is on, auto throttle is on, flight director is on, constants are on. The navigation settings are arc with 20 nautical miles range. And if we have look here, then we are consuming at 840 kilograms of fuel per hour, and I have turned on seatbelt signs because there is a strong wind, and there is turbulence because of that, and the outside temperature is minus 40 degrees, and the fuel on board at present is 8040 kilograms. And we have used this much of fuel from left and right tanks, 1657 from left and 1662 from the right tank. This is our oil level. It is good. And if we have look at our flight plan right now, we are heading towards PG here, and if we check at performance, we are cruising at the moment. And just before starting descent, we will complete our next phase, which is not next phase, approach page. We will fill in all the information, and yeah, that's it. Right now we don't have any much to talk, but we can have chat. And here, if you can see, throttle is at climb, which is the default location, position of the thrust levers. And squawk code is 1002 at the moment. TCAS is on TARA, and its position is on. Weather radar system, proximity warning system, radios, all good. Look at the landscape. Once we will start descent, then it would be starting busy, because then we have to take care of a lot of things. I'm still learning, so I think like I will catch up, and it would be good arrival in Dubai. I'm just trying learning, and hopefully that would be great landing. So far I have done 4 landings, as I told you earlier, and out of I think 4 or 5, and out of those, one landing was awesome. It is like top class. Two were okay, and rest 1 or 2 those were worse. I was just about to go off the runway when I touched down. And this is my whole route, this is my whole plan, and this is the status of my flight at the moment. We are here, and we have covered more than half of the flight, and just about to enter in Iran. At this waypoint we will enter into Iran, and we will fly in Iran for a while, and we will get out from Iran at this point. So far I'm enjoying this flight. In the beginning there were some issues, but luckily those were all sorted out. And if we talk about all other parameters, everything looks good in terms of fuel, just below 8 tons of fuel, and all the indicators and everything looks good. I'm not using any other add-on today other than Navigraph. I do have 3 more add-ons. One is for all the passenger mode. You hear the sound of passengers, and there is a boarding music and all other stuff. I'm not using that today. There is another for checklists. I also didn't use those today in today's flight, and there is another one which is for pushback. I also didn't use that. I just wanted to make the flight simple, and for next 3-4 flights I will keep everything simple. I will use only one Navigraph and nothing else. As I will keep on flying and I will get more hold on flight simulator, I get more used to fly, then I will start adding those add-ons, those modes. So far I am enjoying this flight very much. All is good. And I will post all the screenshots which I am taking for this flight on social media. If you want, you can check out. You can find the links in the description below for all my social media accounts, and Discord as well. In my worst flight, I was flying to Kathmandu, Nepal, and that was very cloudy day. You could not see, like if you are at flight level 1000, even then you could not see anything. It was so cloudy and foggy, and there is no ILS approach in Kathmandu. Oh man, I was just struggling to land there. That was my worst landing.
2,500. 1,000.
Too low, terrain. Pull up. 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 Too low, terrain. 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 Too low, terrain.